Hello you guys, this is Kimmy Wyatt and welcome to this video, the Blue Cup in the Attic. And well, I'm not going to give you the title yet. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and be sure to click that notification bell so that that's you, will be one of the first to get notifications of new vids I post up. Couple of and also get pencil and paper, or open up a note app in your phone. I'm going to give you 8 terms plus 2 bonus terms to look up. Please look these terms up via a video format, and right now as it stands, YouTube is it. And also please look up multiple videos on each term. You want to get a good variety of information from different people, okay, different channels. All right, and I'll give that to you in a minute, but as promised, I'll give you those terms in a minute. As promised, I am doing this video today on female perps. There's already a video on female perps, and perps, P-E-R-P-S, is one of the terms if you want to go ahead and write that down or jot it down. I already have a video up called "The Gang Stalking ... the Role of Female Perps," and then I have apartments in parentheses. Okay. This one is called, same title, Gang Stalking ... the Role of Female Perps, but it is your man in parentheses. All right. And I'll go into detail about what I'm talking about, you guys. A couple of apologies. One, I live near a major street, so you may hear vehicles going north and south on the road, okay? Also, it's not the coldest it can be, but it's pretty chilly. And although my heat works impeccable, I do have a floor heater that I may turn on periodically. All right. And you may hear me turn that on. You may not hear me turn it on. And also, well, you may not see dust floating around on this video, but yeah, there you go. As soon as I said it, did you guys see that there they go, little specks of dust? The reason for that is because I like to keep my floors and my carpets as clean as possible, and there you go. It takes a while for dust to settle and specks of dust, and so yeah, you're gonna probably see little floats of, little debris flying around. And the thing of it is I haven't done anything to the floor carpet today. So there you go. It takes a while for that to settle. Okay, here we go with these 8 plus 2 terms. Please add stalking, S-T-A-L-K-I-N-G, to the last of the first 4 terms. Stalking, okay? Add stalking to the end. Gang, group, cause, C-A-U-S-E. Last one is electronic. Okay. Next term is going to be perps, as I mentioned. If you live in within these here United States, you live within a 10-mile radius of a perp. All right. Yeah. And let's see. Chances are you do. You may live on a farm or something. But chances are you live near one. You may not know whom they are, but you do. All right. Especially if you live where there's apartments and things like that, Yeah. Electronic. Well, I said electronic stalking. Organized crime. Please don't go by what you've seen in the movies, what you know, unless you are a special agent or something. Please look up organized crime, you guys. All right. Also look up targeted individuals. And last one is empath, E-M-P-A-T-H. And let me say something, you guys. English was my favorite subject. Some people say empath, and I actually had this little mini debate with someone. I was doing their hair, and they were like, empath. Okay, I know that word is path, but it's empath. Okay, I think we're saying the same thing, but there's words that you can say a certain way. Like I said, English was my favorite subject. Not just saying that it was, okay? I loved English. And I was in higher honors English. So there you have it. And you could say both of them. And that's what I was trying to tell this person. You can say empath or empath. Okay? What comes out of my mouth is empath. All right? And then another term. I was like, dude, you're taking this to another level. Okay. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, here we go. The other terms. Let me see. Empath. Well, I gave you all 8 of the terms now, and I also want to tell you, if you are an empath, you are guaranteed to be a targeted individual. However, if you are a targeted individual, doesn't necessarily mean you're an empath. Okay, doesn't necessarily mean that. But yeah, if you're an empath, you are going to be a targeted individual. So it is what it comes with the territory. Well, it's not a picture, but my rug, that's on the wall. First of all, I used to be a Tahitian Noni representative. Some of you are going to see this and say, "Oh my God!" Yeah, and I had to put my little initials on his hair, okay, because they don't make these anymore that I know of. But anywho, I know it's a little off, so I just, I'm going to fix that. I want to really put this in a frame. It's pretty big, but just to let you guys know, I do know that the right side of it is, doing its own thing. All right. Okay. So, female perps. First of all, you guys, this is, like I said, let me give you the bonus terms. Duh. Bonus term number 1 is super empath. When I'm always continuously going to other videos and seeing what's going on with other targeted individuals, empaths, etc. And like I'm asking you guys to do. And I ran across a video that I'd never seen before, and there's several I haven't seen. And this lady was describing or mentioning that there are actually 3 types of targeted individuals, as well as emphasizing, however, there are 3 types of empaths. The top tier being a super empath, and quote unquote, they're bad. That would be me. I'm like, because people cannot understand how I can still be myself and go through this. Like, how is she able to just have a good time and have a ball and go through this? I'm like, duh. It is what it is. It's just not bothering me. It's like when you're given a task, you take on the task, So super empath. Look that term up as well as empath. Okay. I didn't know that we existed. Like, I didn't even know empaths existed. All right. I did not know any of this. Also, the next term is going to be, or is, flying monkeys. Flying, FLYING, monkeys. All right. Please look up flying monkeys, you guys. I want to tell you the correlation between that term and another term I gave you, but you'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, female perps. Slick, 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 slick. Ladies, I'm going to be, before I get into the subject, I'm going to be talking about several things, and I'm picking something up off the floor that I dropped, coming up in the future. And just one moment. Okay. You may see this piece of material. Well, actually, it's a blanket. You may see this in the video, and I do apologize, but they have not been able to see me all night long, and so I hear this idiot above my head who is infatuated with me moving around. You hear me? Okay. So I'm like, okay, I know what area you're in. Okay, so here we go. Some of the things that are coming up on the agenda of gang stalking, and I have my little piece of paper here. One of the things I'm going to talk about is, hold on, let me straighten it out. Just one moment. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, one of the things that I'm going to talk about are blue shirts. I noticed when this first started, one of the things I noticed when this first started, or when I realized I'm being spied on, and let me say this right quick. I have 19 playlists, 300 plus videos as it stands on YouTube. Two of those 19 playlists are called The Blue Cup in the Attic, and one is called TBCITA, Circumstance or Evidence. If you haven't figured it out, TBCITA is the acronyms for The Blue Cup in the Attic. Okay, just the title was just a little too long to put all that there. So it's TBCITA, Circumstance or Evidence. Circumstance or Evidence is me knowing in my heart that I've been spied on longer than I realized. So the Blue Cup in the Attic is realized being spied on. TBCITA is me knowing in my heart that I've been spied on longer than than I realized. Okay. In other words, there are already 4 there videos in that playlist, but it's me knowing in my heart, giving incidences, circumstances, or whatever of me knowing in my heart, or events of me knowing in my heart that I was spied on before I realized I'm being spied on. Very interesting. As promised, number 4 and 5 on the agenda. I just did 4 and it's already published up. Number 5, which is about my daughter. Number 5 is about the home that I grew up in. Now, just last night, you guys, I was already going to do this circumstance or evidence, but last night I really started thinking very hard. This is not number 5 that I'm talking about. This is another circumstance or evidence, like number 6 or 7 or whatever. And I really started going over how long I've actually literally been spied on, stalked. And you guys, I went back further than the last time I made this statement. I've really been going over this, and it's been 2000. What? No, you guys. It dawned on me the details of one of these circumstances or evidence. I mean, I hope by the time I do it that I'll have all of the puzzle pieces together, because we're talking 15 years ago. Some stuff that was happening at my store that I had. And yeah, that may have been the actual beginning of my being spied on, stalked. And for someone to be able to track me down all of these years lets me know that 2 things, although technical, I did not know it was happening, but it lets me know that this truly, I already know it's organized crime. Someone wants to see you. Yeah. You guys, please know that for those of you who are trying to figure this out, please know that this is not idiots wanting to see some woman in the nude. It is part of that, major, but it's not idiots wanting to see someone in the nude every night. It's idiots wanting to see someone in the nude 24/7 and getting paid at the same time. Okay? I can imagine that every one of these victims, and there are many, has their own channel. They have their own channel. And you can go to their channel and watch, pay, and watch what that person's doing at any particular time 24/7. There are so many women who are involved in this, and they have couples who have absolutely no clue they're even being spied on. Likewise, there are people who you try to tell because you know they're being spied on, and they look at you like you lost your freaking mind. Just one moment. There we go. I moved it again. Yeah. They look at you like you've lost your freaking mind. You try to tell them, hey, I'm not trying to scare you, but yada, 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 and this, that, and the other. Huh? What? Hootie and a whatty? But yeah, circumstance or evidence. So number 5 is coming up, just to sum that up. And yeah, look out for that. All right. Here we go. And I'm moving this camera a lot, and I do apologize. The chair that I'm sitting in, the armrest is up really high, and I have my arm on it. So, and I'm like 5'3", so go figure. I'm also going to talk about the nastiest insects. You already recorded? Where is that? Well, no, I do have that one. I do have that one. But the reason why I say where is it is because of this. One of the things I'm going to be discussing is pure bona fide witchery. Two people whom one I've never met, one I found out that I'm related to, told me that this is witchery. But the first one who brought it to my attention told me through someone else who got in contact with her. I have recorded all of that, you guys. Where is it? And see, people don't understand. They don't understand. Your brain is still here. So even if you delete something, my mouth is here. I can re-record it. So you know what I'm saying? So to delete someone's content is really stupid. Okay. Pure bona fide witchery is coming up. This is a second one on female perps. All right. Blue shirts. There we go. When this first started, when I realized I'm being spied on, one of the things that I noticed are blue shirts that these idiots wear to let other people know they are in the organization. You just see all these blue shirts. A man is Hispanic, of Hispanic descent, mind you. All of them are of Hispanic descent. And I noticed, I said, gosh, all of these idiots are wearing the same color blue shirt, t-shirt, okay? Same color. You want to know what that color is? Let me show you. Bam! That's the color. I know the light is shining on it. This color right here. All of them wear the same color shirts, basically all of them. Those shirts vanished at the apartment that where I realized I'm being spied on. You didn't see anyone wearing the same dudes, same area. You didn't see anyone wearing those shirts. They're wearing those shirts again. You guys. It's a way of letting other gang stalkers know that organized crime. I'm in with you. Okay? The blue shirts I'm going to talk about. Pedophilia. Pedophilia has escalated to a high degree because of this crime. Yet, no one's getting caught. You haven't heard about pedophilia on... I guarantee you haven't heard of a pedophile being arrested or anything over the last 4 or 5 years. The reason for that is because who knows... The feds don't know that this person is watching these victims in their apartments. They're getting away with all kinds of crimes, you guys. They're not going to someone's website to watch kids. They're going to IP addresses, of the cameras that are placed inside the victims' apartments. And I'm going to tell you something. Speaking of, I had some Jehovah Witnesses come by my place yesterday. I didn't ask them to. You know how they do. Opened the door and we just started laughing because they could smell the food I was cooking. And they were like, yeah, we could tell you were busy. And I was like, yeah. I said, you smell the food. They were like, yes. And when we started laughing, I said, yeah, I'm cooking smothered chicken, and all that. And I said, you're welcome to come back, and then the second time I asked, one of them was like, okay. But me being whom I am going through this, I let them know as an exchange of information to be careful. I gave them my URL, my YouTube channel to go to check out the videos and all of that. And ironically, one of the women made this statement that she had put cameras. Now, she's no longer in this apartment, as she told me at the end. I asked her, are you still living there? She said no. But she had put cameras in her apartment. First of all, something has to prompt you to do that if you didn't do it at the very beginning. So she put cameras in her apartment. And she says that the next day they were stolen, along with a computer that had just crashed. And I said, yeah. And every time I got ready to tell her something, she literally finished my sentence. She said it before I did. She said, yeah, they were watching me in my apartment And I said, yeah, definitely. Watching, who would have known that the world's dumbest criminals? How do you go in and steal someone's camera? Speaking of stealing cameras, I've had a camera stolen from myself. Yours truly. Very expensive camera that was given to me by my ex-boyfriend. Never used it. 2016. Has been in the same freaking bag that it was in when it was given to me. You know, little plastic bag, blue and white. Cameras like magically disappeared out of my apartment. How did you know that camera was in here? Now, the room that it was in, you guys, it's a lot of stuff in that room, in this apartment, because I haven't gone in that room and did anything in that particular room, my bedroom. How did you know to go directly to that camera, steal it, using a bump key to get in my apartment? Okay, you can see the grooves on the lock. How did you know where that camera was? How did you even know what it was? Here's the deal. That camera has been in storage. That camera has been at the first apartment where I realized I'm being spied on. That camera was in my last apartment, hidden. Now, they probably couldn't find it because they're even though they're not the tallest, most of them, it was shelves, and it was hidden way in the back in a storage bin in a locked closet, which they would go in whenever they got ready using a bump key. But it was, get in, get out. They did not get the camera. All of a sudden, the camera's here is stolen. Ha ha! Okay. You guys, so got a lot to talk about. But the pedophilia, yeah. The pedophiles, they're there. They're not going to get caught because they're watching you in your apartment. Anyone who has children. I don't, my children are grown, but I'm just saying they're watching people in their apartments, and they're watching the kids in their apartment when the kids get in the shower, when they take baths, when the lady changes the baby's diaper. Yeah, they're watching. I'm going to talk about that even more. Nails. Okay. September 22nd through October 12th, 2019. Kimmy This Week, another playlist, Kimmy This Week. Please check out that Kimmy This Week. Although I'm going to be doing its own video on this topic, nails, Nails. Please go check out that Kimmy This Week. See, you guys, this is not all I do. I will give you a recap of what I did. Normally it was every week, and it is still every week. It's just that I don't do it every week because the good Lord said you don't have to do that every week. It's still Kimmy This Week. You're just summing it all up, right? For the entire weeks that you do. So for 3 weeks, last one I published up, got another one coming up. September 22nd through October 12th, Saturday, October 12th, 2019. Check out that Kimmy This Week, you guys. It's there. You will see at the very end or somewhere off in the video, these nails that I discovered. See, you guys, I took electrical courses, and nails are conductors, but these are not just regular nails. They're regular nails, but they were manipulated. I'm showing those nails in that Kimmy This Week, but I am going to be doing a video, okay, on the nails as well. People sitting in cars around or near you, near your apartment or home. They want people to think they're investigators, or no one usually calls the police. They know this. They know how people work. They're looking innocent. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting in the vehicle. And I'm not talking about Black African people, because most times if Black African people are sitting in the vehicle in a particular neighborhood, someone's going to call. But because these are people of Hispanic descent, yeah, someone might call if they're in a white neighborhood, but most times they're not in a white neighborhood. They are in a Black African neighborhood or Hispanic neighborhood with Black African people. And so they're sitting in their vehicles watching. And it's not just men of Hispanic descent. One of the things I said multiple times when this first happened was how Black African men would never stoop to this level and watch a woman in her apartment. Oh, I was so wrong, you guys, because they were like, I guess they were telling me in their own little way, we're going to show you that you're wrong. And they have proven me wrong on multiple occasions here where I am right now. I did not even know Black African men were this perverted. I'm serious, you guys. I grew up at a time where black men would never, ever, ever, ever disrespect a woman in this manner. It just wouldn't even, you guys know what I'm saying. I know it's a lot of high fives. I mean, real black men, black African men, no. And it would be like this, man. I'm not supposed to watch that sister in her apartment like that. I'm not. I mean, no, blah blah. However it would go. You guys know I'm telling the truth. They would never, ever, ever stoop to this level to watch a woman for what? And guess what? On the premise, man. If anything, I'm gonna try to talk to her. I'm not fixing to sit there and watch her in her apartment. Bam. That's exactly how that would go. Respect. Idiots these days have absolutely no respect, regards for one's feelings, regards for privacy. They have absolutely, they are heartless characters. They do things to you that they would not want someone to do to them. And guess what? To sum that all up, you don't know them and you haven't done a dang on thing to them. Heartless. Dishing it out, but not able to take it. So yeah, they proved me wrong. I'm like, oh no, I can't. No, I can't do y'all. I'm sorry. That's a wrap. They proved me wrong, big time. Empty or almost empty apartments, or some things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to get to this topic, so let me hurry up. Lots of cams, empty or almost empty apartments with a lot of cams in them. And that depends on if you see an apartment like this or maintenance, and you're not involved in the organization, and you see an apartment like this, because I know of maintenance men who were not involved. And trust me, we were so close. They were telling me about the contents or lack of contents in certain people's apartments. Now, there was one lady who did not have anything hardly in her apartment. I knew her. She just didn't have, any furniture hardly. I'm not talking about her, but one of them, this one in particular, the one I talked to the most about apartments, he said, man, building 7, former maintenance guy who got fired. Okay. In particular for spying on women. My former apartment, this dude, the same building he was in, the same building, he put a camera on the side of the building to watch my back area. I'm like, gosh, they would have had a camera right there. Next thing you know, talking to 2 women. You didn't, in that camera, wait, whoa. You didn't know there was a camera right there? I was like, no, I just checked that area for a camera. When you leave, you need to go. You see that? And I didn't have my glasses. You see that? And I said, no, I can't see it. Well, when you leave, you need to look up. Lo and behold, you guys had to get up a little closer to see what they were talking about. But guess what? It may have just been one I was talking to at the time. I don't know either. Regardless, yeah, they were telling the truth. Camera just sitting there facing my freaking back door. It was a camera outside on the stairwells of this apartment, right here by my door. And God is so good. You guys, I walked outside my door, not outside the door, opened the door. I was in the door frame. Guess what I said? I'm going to tell you how God, check out my stuff, okay? The first thing I said when I opened my door this particular evening was this. That's strange. They would have put a camera out here by now. You guys, as soon as I said that, my eyes, it's just like God, like I'm a little puppet. My eyes went directly to the camera that was on the stairwell, well, at the very bottom facing my apartment. I pulled it off. I was doing this dude's hair. And I say was because I give you 2 months, to do your hair for my product, right? I'm no longer doing his hair. And I showed that camera to him, and I also showed it to a relative on the premises. We're in her apartment. She destroyed it for some freaking reason, but well, she tried to destroy it, and I had to, without going into detail, give it to someone. But you guys, when he looked at it, he being somewhat technical, younger dude, I said, what is going on? And he said, when this battery goes out, these other two batteries will, one at a time will kick in. I'm like, are you for realio? Yes. Camera just facing my front door, y'all. These are perverts. So yeah, that's coming up. Okay. Also, food that's missing. I'm going to be doing panties and pervertedness. Already recorded. Will be re-recorded. I'm not going to go into detail about that. The nastiest insects and prison or parole. You are a threat to them. Ladies who are dating men who have been in prison, but they're on parole. Not because they've been in prison and they're scared of them, but I'll go into detail on that. So the role of female perps. This one, your man. Ladies, okay, let me tell you my situation. Met this guy at Walmart, and he was passing out, approaching him. I noticed, the aisle went into a T. I'm going down this aisle. He's in the middle of the other aisle. And so I'm approaching him with a buggy, and I noticed he's passing out flyers or something. And I figured it's his business stuff, letting people know this, because he didn't look official. Like the people that try to sell you cable or whatever, and a Hispanic dude. And he gave me, very nice guy, gave me one of his flyers. And I of course, struck up a conversation with him about I needed to talk to him because I'm being spied on in my apartment. He was like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And I have to say something. I talk about people of Hispanic descent because that's where this started. When I realized I'm being spied on, they are and were of Hispanic descent. Guatemalans, Salvadorans, Hondurans, Mexicans. Please know I am not prejudiced. I don't have anything against Hispanics. It's just that it is what it is. And I'm going to put race in this to let other people become aware that it may not be whom you think it is, or just to directly let people know who's doing this the most. Okay? The hostess with the mostest. Okay? I'm just letting people know, and that's my right. But no, my best friend when I was at the Postal Service was Hispanic. I have nothing against, I have a lot of play brothers, some of which are Hispanic, of Hispanic descent. And I'm going to tell you, what I have noticed though, people of Hispanic descent that are Mexicans, there are those who keep it real and there are those who don't, as with any race. But what I'm saying is, you got Hispanics that will talk about Hispanics and what they do, the evilness or whatever. Okay, those are the ones who keep it real. Like, yeah, want to protect you. Like, yeah, you be careful because Santa Marta and all that, SantaMuerta, Santa Marta, whom some of these people worship, and I'm not going to go into detail about Santa Marta, but you need to look up Santa Marta. All right. A lot of people don't know what Santa Marta is. Well, be prepared when you look her up. And so they're like, yeah, they worship Santa Marta, Santa Marta, Santa Marta. And I kept hearing about this Santa Marta. And I'm like, Santa Claus? Yeah, Santa Claus or Santa Marta. That's it. He playing off on Mrs. Claus, y'all. Santa Marta. No. Santa Marta is not something to mess with. So those are some things I'm going to be talking about. But okay, so this guy called him as promised, and he came to visit me and started liking me and everything. And he came to spend the night, 2 nights. He wanted to see what was going on. I let him know immediately that they're not going to make any noise while you're here. I had to tell my play brothers that would come visit me and spend the night. In other words, she's crazy. There's silence of the lamb, just silent. She's crazy. We're be quiet. Don't make any noise, because you make any noise. My story is true. You make noise, right? So when they would come by, they wouldn't hear anything. They wouldn't see anything, and it's like, okay, soon as they leave, here we go. Back to business as usual. Little wussies. Now you're bad on Monday through Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're a little wuss. Okay. So this guy spent the night. Not only did he have his own business, which is why he was passing out the flyers, he also had a job, had to get up at 5:30 in the morning, came to visit me 2 nights in a row, and just checking each other out, and also him protecting me to see what actually is going on. What are they doing? Got up, set his alarm. He slept in the living room. I slept in my bedroom or the office, and beep, beep, alarm goes off. Okay, he gets ready to go to work, and no, he gets ready to go home to go to work. So he would just come by after he got off of work, and leave early in the morning and enough time to go home to get ready for work. There you go. And so I'm telling him bye, and I noticed, okay, my perps right across, some of them right across from me. They can see my door. I can see theirs. Okay, 2 apartment doors right in front of me, both for perps. Okay, I mean gang stalkers. Booed up. Well, one was just a family. The other one was a couple. I'm telling you, Hispanic women, no offense to you guys, please wake up and smell the coffee. You ladies, come on now. And this is why they watch a lot of Black African women, or watch women, period, but mostly Black African, because in the Hispanic world, women are beneath them as far as the men. It's called machoism, okay? Which means machoism. Women are beneath them, so we can do whatever we want to women, and this is their persona, and this is why they do this, because what are you gonna do? What are you? I'm a man. What are you supposed to be doing? You're nothing, as far as most men of Hispanic descent feels. And so they feel like they have the absolute right to watch a woman in her apartment. But moving right along. So this guy, I noticed the sister of one of my, who was also a gang stalker, the sister of one of the gang stalkers came outside, you guys, with these booty shorts on, y'all. And I mean, up the crackers, you can see from the rooter to the tutor. I'm like, what? I've never seen her in anything like that before. Now, she dressed really, really cool, but never seen her in anything. It's a Hispanic dude. She's Hispanic, all right, of Hispanic descent. Go figure. I can get him. I can take him. She was instructed to try to take him from me. We weren't even dating, but diversion, okay? Any type of diversion. So some of the victims, if you're dating a man and he's not strong, or he's trying to date you, you may have just met him, they're going to do everything in their power, and they're going to tell these female perps, to try to divert him away from you and to their direction. It doesn't even last, because this mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Yes, part of the stalking, the gang stalking, the trickery is to get that woman to divert that man from you to her. Because as long as he's in your life, the victim, he's a threat. Okay? He's a bona fide threat. He's a man like they are, and he's going to figure it out. She's a woman. She's dumb. She's not going to figure it out. I guess I have to look. I have to do a check. I got to look at what's down there off in my pants, because I must be a man myself, because I figured out every single thing that you idiots are doing. A woman. Okay. Yeah, so diversion is what they set them up to doing, diverting that dude. So here comes the second morning. 2 mornings. She does the same thing. I guess the first morning didn't work, so I mentioned it to him on the cool, made a little statement. That chick that lives across there, I had already pointed out all of the people right in my area that were spying on me. So he knew. Although he didn't deny it, he didn't admit to it either. Finally, he admitted to it. He said, yeah, she followed me. She followed me to my vehicle, and she was trying to talk to me. I said, yeah, and it worked. So you guys, ladies, yeah, be careful. If a man is in your life, be on the lookout on the prowl for women who live right around you, who all of a sudden try to get with him, talk to him, whatever it may be. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to do that. So it's diversion at its highest level. And if she doesn't accomplish it, guess what? Another one that's in your area, somewhere around, you know, some woman is going to do something. My guy friend which is my friend, he doesn't realize that he's going through that same thing. But guess what? The diversion is never going to happen. That is my best friend. So knock yourself out. He knows he can mess with whom he wants to mess with. I can mess with whom I want to mess with. We're friends. So it is what it is. But he doesn't, you know, he's not going to advertise it much, but he's going to tell me what's going on, whether outright or eventually. I'm going to find out about it. And one lady right up under my nose, I'm like, lady, this is my visitor. You got some freaking nerve to come ask my visitor what his name is. Are you serious? You don't even speak to me. But you have the balls and galls to ask someone visiting me what their name is? Okay. So this is Kimmy Wyatt, you guys. Diversion. You're a man. It may even be called diversion, because they're going to try their best to get that dude out of her life, which I'm also going to be doing, as mentioned, a video on those men who have been in prison, and some of them are back in prison. And the reason why they're back in prison is because, well, I'm not going to even tell you why they're back in prison. Just stay tuned. Hasta la vista. Buenos Aires. Buenas noches. Arrivederci. Au revoir, salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao Bella, ciao Bello. Gotta go. Smooches. But before I go, another announcement. You guys, I am working on every channel of every video of the channel. 300 plus videos, and making sure I said what I meant to say. If there are corrections where the text will be posted for the video, you will see before watching. And under before watching, I will go into a time-stamped dealio letting you know what I should have said at that time within the video. Also, I have to go over every video and post text that has to be there for every video. Okay, and I'm finished with that text. All right, including information about ordering my twist pudding and my hair and skin care. Well, skin I'll add later, but hair care product. Okay, so products. All right. Bye. And if I miss something, it'll be there right where in the same space. Bye.